Hi everyone, Rune Shadows here. In this video, I'm going to help you know what to do if you jump into a live game that you've never seen before and you want to know what's going on. This might happen to you if you're watching a stream or watching a tournament, or you just want to spectate some of the top live games currently. This video assumes that you do have knowledge of the basic mechanics of the game, like combat and the UI. If you don't, go check out my other video about that. I have an introduction to all the multiplayer stuff in Prismata. Anyway, let's get to it. So here we are, we jumped into a game, it's already going on, it's been playing out behind us. It's still a little in the early game, there's not too much going on, but what should we do at this point? We're not actually playing, so we don't have to figure stuff out, but there's still three things I think you should look at. The first is the random set. Obviously, you gotta know what units are available for this game. Go look at this second tab of units, make sure you know all the units that are in it, and try to figure out what units are going to affect the game the most. That's something that you'll sort of learn over time, or hopefully if you're watching a stream, the streamer can explain. But just for an example, in this set, Blood Phage is a really good unit in general, and in this set it's pretty good too. So we're seeing both players getting an early Animus to get a Blood Phage out early. Alright, second thing, let's look at the economy and tech. That's really key as well. That'll tell you what units from the random set are actually going to get bought. So it's great to that the unit's in the set, and it might be affecting the strategy used in the game, but it could never see gameplay if neither player decides to set up for it. So in this game we see red tech on both sides, fairly low econ here. 11 and 12 drones. Blood Phage is also a drone, so this is like 12 economy on one side and 13 on the other. And then just red tech, as I said. So that'll give you an idea of what's going to be bought. And we see here Wonderboat buying a Blast Forge to start buying some defense, presumably. So that'll inform you of where the direction the game is going. And then the third thing is, look at all the other units on the board. Are there any specific special utility units that you need to watch out for, kinetic driver sniping stuff, or some freeze units, something like that. And then also just attack and defense numbers in general. If one side has a huge store of defense, maybe after they've fired an Antima Comet, then they have a huge amount of defense tempo and the ability to work behind that and build up their attack force without much pressure. If one side has a huge amount of attack, an attack lead, then you could probably safely bet that they're ahead, because attack is the most important thing, right? You want to be killing your opponent's units. So you should look at the attackers and see which side is buying the more efficient attackers, buying the better attackers, and which side is buying the worse attackers in the set. So let's review real quick before we jump around to a bunch of games and just try to get a feel for what's happening. Look at the random set, then look at the economy and tech on both sides, and then look at the attack, defense, and other units. Alright, let's jump around. So here's another game, and it looks like one side has gone for this super fast rush strategy. They had 8 drones a second ago and just consumed 7 of them to buy Tia. And the other side is assuming that they can defend this rush by just going blue, green, and much higher econ. Relative to J.R. Kirby. Homeless here is also up absorb. That's another thing to mention. You can be up attack, but if you're not absorbing properly, absorb is almost just as important as having attack. So here, Homeless is absorbing 2 per turn on this wall, and J.R. Kirby is only absorbing 1 on this Rhino. And actually none this turn if any of these Steel Splitters click. So J.R. Kirby looks like they're betting that the Steel Splitters won't click and kill that Rhino. Which is a pretty safe bet with the amount of attack that's coming Homeless's way. But Homeless is doing pretty well at defending this rush. And after this rush, J.R. Kirby will have no econ left, pretty much. 1 single drone. So this was a bit of an all-in Tia rush here. Yeah, so that's like a quick jump in and analyze this game. I glanced at the set and read it pretty quick since I'm familiar with all the units. It'll probably take you more time on your first few or first many games to know all the units and be able to quickly read the set. But once you've read the set, then you can go to the board state and see how it's going. Looks like this was actually more of a powerful Tia than I thought it might be looking at last turn. So Homeless is going to be down to 5 drones, which may not be enough of a lead because they'll have to spend it all on defense, and J.R. Kirby still has 3 permanent Tarsier attackers. The Fishing Turret will die, but Smorkus can also be 2 more permanent attacks. So that's enough that it may spell the end of Homeless. So yeah, if you like this video, come check out my Twitch channel and subscribe and all that stuff on YouTube, and follow on Twitch, and I will be putting out more stuff like this very soon. Thanks for watching.